This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Tennessee Titans. Man Greg Joseph ready to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men.
That's it, ready. We're going to work.
At their own 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
Now the former Notre Damer, this is C.J. Prosise. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
A loss of a yard.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. That's caught by Hollister. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
A 2-yard gain.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Adam Humphries deep for the Titans. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Come on, set.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at the 20.
We got 4.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Tannehill. And his throw here's... Incomplete.
On the keeper. Intended for Delaney Walker. Incomplete. Shaquille Griffin there defensively.
3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
You draw Corkers.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Returnable for Lockett. Still going. Now he lost the football.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can. It's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
That's good for the Seahawks.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Wilson sliding out of the pocket, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
On the double.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You and I both know we're into a whole new realm of football because we're not just looking at tendencies anymore. We're looking at analytics, and I've got to think the analytics on 3rd and 1 say run the football.
Now it's Lockett. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 58 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
25-yard line.
Ready?
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Flush to his right. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Come on, let's go.
6-0. Score after one.
With the score, Seahawks 6, Titans 0.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's the backup Mariota. They'll roll him out right. Now he'll pull it down. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And it's a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
They'll run with Procise. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. This is Procise on the carry. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And this is caught. And I think the ball's out. You hate every fumble. You really hate that. You're going to have great field position, and then he coughed it up.
Well, they went from elation to deflation in a hurry, didn't they? I mean, everything was working just right for them. That type of a return, that field position that they expected to have, unfortunately, none of it came through.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off near the 34. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st
power.
at the 33.
1st down, the run with Lynch. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
The stop made by Jarrell Casey.
From the 31, Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They run again on 1st down, Lynch. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Wilson. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And that takes us from second to third down. The Seahawks on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is third down and 12. Here's Wilson. He's got Lockett. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
They'll get 6 on the play, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking. Beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of 13 on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Now Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jarrell Casey. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The former Boston College Eagle.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Titans take over first and 10.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time, and that'll bring up second down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Mariota gives to Henry. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That second down play nets a -4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw Mariota. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Now Mariota flushed out right. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Second and 5 now. Mariota, and a big turnover there as his guys will... get the football back.
All day, every day.
Mariota's pass intercepted. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own side.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again.
And he's not going to make it out. Lynch is tackled in the end zone for the safety. So the screen pass goes backwards. That play seemed to have a potential disaster written all over it from the start.
I mean, wasn't that a tough spot on the field to make that call? You're inviting defensive linemen and linebackers to get pressure. So if one of them sniffs this out, you're definitely in danger. And this time, it costs them 2 points.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On 2nd and 9, Tannehill escaping the pressure right. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road in just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made. And that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Now Wilson to throw again. And an alley to run. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there. That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
25, check 25.
They'll give Henry another shot. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear him now. 3rd and goal. Eluding the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open, otherwise just don't do it.
They'll start on the ground with Lynch, and he is met at the line there. On the tackle, it was Dane Cruikshank. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check 55, Mike. Yeah.
Throwing on second down. Wilson on the move to his left. And it's hauled in by Ed Dixon. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. Now Wilson on first down. Dancing to it. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. It's picked up by the Titans. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
70, Indy. Mike, 54.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Got a man, it's Brown. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Taking it in from 7 yards away as his guys are back within a single score. And they're able to run it in. It started with the battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
6-6, bullet high.
Watch the edge. Joker, 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 Joker.
Hey, Delta. Hit it.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On first down, it's Lynch. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. He'll get only a couple down to the 44. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll run it. Here's Lynch. Lynch pushing, but he is not going to get there. They stop him short. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. Now here's Michael Dixon on presumably. And look at this, another fake, going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
50's the mic. 50's the mic. I got you. I got you.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. Flush to, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Bobby Wagner, the former 2nd rounder out of Utah State, with a sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Quick dad. Protein spill.
They snap it to Tannehill. And no, it's incomplete. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right, but he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have you guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. running right through him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll go as a loss of 5, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Myers' kick is good, and that pushes the lead to 8 points. They've doubled them up. It's 16-8. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw.
And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
1st down, Titans.
Ready, ready! 10 Lobo.
You remember me? Let's go, baby!
Let's go!
He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 30-yard line.
So the victory here for Seattle. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
The National Football League has traveled south of the border as we are in Mexico City, Mexico on EA Sports. Today we've got another installment of the International Series, and it should be a good one, between the New Orleans Saints and the Minnesota Vikings. Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and we are underway from Mexico City. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
Ready?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. Flushed out right. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 45.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
55, come on, guys, 55. Let's go, Heavy.
On 2nd down, Kamara.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now Cousins here on the bootleg. And Diggs has it. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
The tackle made back at his own.
On 2nd down, Cook. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. On 3rd down, Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple. They were looking for Johnson that time. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. On the tackle that time, it's Trey Waynes. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. Nifty move. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. 17 there, and a New Orleans 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Now Breeze being chased out left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Throwing again on second down. Breeze steps away to his left. Gets this one to Hill. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Easy, opposite.
Kamara. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Breeze to throw on 3rd and 1. Open man is Michael Thomas. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 19.
That's another Saints.
Into the red zone, it's Breeze. He gets it to Thomas. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Yellow lady.
That's another Saints.
They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll run it with Kamara, and he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown.
To kick off for New Orleans.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Cousins gives way to Cook. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
He'll try and run it. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. After 1, it's 9-0.
You must be getting tired of seeing.
A quick throw taken in by Diggs. Past the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Trying the power game with Ham. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away as they are now on the board here in the first half. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it in the play before with the smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They score it.
And now it has to warm the hearts of a lot of old-school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Get that quarterback at all costs.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now a play fake. Breeze. You don't see that. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troop. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
They start the drive with Cook. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Cousins now. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
On play action, Cousins. He'll buy some time right. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Mike's 47. Leave it. Bring up 48. Take four.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard down. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He may try and run for this. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough. 4th down.
A 46-yard attempt.
I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. So a bit of a weird kick there. That wasn't an overly long attempt, but that never had a chance.
You almost wonder if he might have maybe got that one on the laces because it kind of knuckled on him a bit. And this one winds up in empty possession.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
Over.
On play action, it's Breeze. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter picks up his second sack of the afternoon. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Ready? 95-56.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Well, as an offense, you know, some drives you have it, some drives you don't. And this one looks like a you don't.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, it was 3rd and long. It was screaming for a pass. I think they tried to outguess him there with the running play. They didn't fool him at all.
Went in the wrong direction. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. From the gun, here's Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards, and it'll make it 2nd down. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive, not much sense. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Bailey's kick is good. And they take the lead here by a point, 10-9. So a little late drama in the first half as that kick will give them the lead into intermission.
Isn't this fun the way that this is unfolding? You're exactly right. The late drama, 3 points go up on the board, and we go into the half with a new leader.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Cousins. And he slings one that's incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target. And it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 40. They begin on the ground with Kamara. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. On the counter, here's Kamara. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a gain of 16 yards. On the ground, Kamara. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They fake the give. Here's Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first, this one from 38. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
One universal in football, when it's a kicking situation, all right, you're kicking a field goal, an extra point, you're punting, you never want to hear a second thud. That means the block has occurred. Imagine being the guys on the bench right now, the defensive unit. They thought they were going to get a...
Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Ready? 95, 56. 55.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. 2nd and 5 now. Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. They'll run. This is Kamara. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 12-yard line.
They run it again with Kamara. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
You kill.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. Room here to run. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 46 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Rudolph on the receiving end from Cousins, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Bailey got the extra point, and the lead is up to 8.
Makes the score Vikings 17, Saints 9.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
55, right there in the middle.
Now Kamara. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
11 yards on the pickup. It's now 3rd.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's where this crowd can really help. It's 3rd and 3. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on
and a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Give them an even 20 yards there on the pickup as a fake punt fooled everybody. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. On play action, now Breeze. Looking long for Thomas, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Kamara off the draw. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Running with Kamara. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Mackenzie Alexander in on the tackle. Play action. Breeze. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
They go play action here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Coverage there by Von Bell.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
From the 44, Cousins forced out to his left. He's got Smith here. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flush to his right. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Eli Apple. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Breeze here finding Kamara. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Check 13. Check the 2 kill. 2 kill.
And 7.
0-2.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And intercepted. Picked up by Anderson-Dejo. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Following the interception, Cousins rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then against with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. So after the INT, it's Breeze. Dancing to his left. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Ready.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here we go, 21.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. And he finds Cook. A gain of 19 on 3rd and 18, and that'll move the chains. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
They'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They run it again with Cook. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Now Cousins. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Olabisi Johnson there to make the grab. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead is up to 15 now.
24, Saints 9. Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together.
Now Breeze lost the football, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Check 56. 3 buzz.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Stop your whining.
1st and 10.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left and no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Breeze, buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And it's 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Breeze going to throw. And this is Cook with a grab. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards the pickup there. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. One final try here for Breeze. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say adios from Mexico City.